Today I'm going to review a cheese called Dutch Bike. Dutch Bike. When you want some cheese but can't go to Holland, Dutch Bike. Cause cheese is so good it makes you feel happy, Dutch Bike. Cause you want to try new cheese for your cheese course, Dutch Bike, Dutch Bike. What I have for you today is a cheese my wife bought at Costco called Dutch Bike. You see there, it's actually made in Holland, which is pretty cool. It's almost hard to believe that they're importing cheese all the way from Holland, but it says it right there, and I don't think they could say that if it wasn't true. The cheese has a hint of Gouda, Swiss, and Parmesan. I love all three of those cheeses. That should be good. I don't know if it's some type of blend of that or if it's just a type of cheese that has that kind of note. Dutch Bike, of course, bikes are popular. Of course, bikes are popular in Holland, but a little known fact, they often use bikes in the cheese making process. Actually, I don't know why it's called Dutch Bike. It's probably a really clever name or something that somebody made up at Costco. But it's not cheap, even at Costco prices. You get a little over a pound there, $8.89 a pound. So almost $10 for this chunk of cheese, weighs a little over a pound. Now what I'm hoping is that it's gonna taste like a $20 hunk of cheese or a $30 hunk of cheese that I only had to pay 10 and Costco passed the savings on to me. You see there, you can pair it with a full-bodied red wine. I won't be doing that because medical professionals have advised me not to consume alcohol. You can see there it's got holes like Swiss. It's definitely not hard like Parmesan. Can you see how easy squeezy it is there? That reminds me more of Swiss. Also, Gouda is pretty hard. So it's definitely on the Swiss side as far as the softness. Let's get a look at the back here. Cow's milk, salt, starter culture, and microbial rennet. That's a good short list, especially for cheese. Pretty normal stuff there as far as calories, fat, carbs, etc. Distributed out of Auburn, Washington, and again, distributed by, not made by. So looks like this stuff is really imported from Holland, and that's pretty cool, I think. My wife bought this a couple of days ago, and she's like, hurry up and make your video so I can eat the cheese. That's one of the hardships she has being married to a YouTuber. Every time she gets a cool new thing to try, I'll say, ooh, I can make a video about that. And then she can't eat it until I make a video. And sometimes I procrastinate. But today's the day I'm gonna make it happen, people. Let's get into this thing. Of course, I want the big knife. I'm gonna put it in the package and cut away from the Keith tube. Oh, not dangerous at all. I'm gonna slide it up the side there. I want to get the whole package off of this thing. See, I slid it up in the side there, and then I cut away from the Keith tube, and that did it. Pull the package off on camera, no big deal. This is odd. I'll just show you this for funsies. Do you think the package made those imprints? I'm guessing that's what it is. Maybe it got hot. They didn't pour the cheese into a pack. It wouldn't have formed a square, but it's maybe gotten warm and made the imprint of the package on it. I don't know. I don't know if that means anything or not, but we're getting ready to find out how it tastes. Okay, let's get in here and get a nice decent sized slice. You can see how soft that was. Very flat. So let's do a bend. Look there, you can bend it 90 degrees and it doesn't break. So it's very soft. You can see that it's very soft. Not a lot of holes in this piece, but it's a very soft cheese. Let's see how it tastes. Here we go. I just want to take a moment to thank our sponsor for this video. Now I got sponsorship now. So special thanks to Roderick's House of Manure. Um, if it's been a while since you ordered a big pile, please please contact Roderick. He's over on 74th Street in Kinston, North Carolina, and he will be glad to supply you with all the waste material that you need. Please contact him at, there's no, he does not have a website at this time, but you can contact him by phone. His number is 90210 90125 OU812. So just contact Roderick and get all your manure needs met in a timely fashion. Okay. What I would think this is, if I were tasting it and didn't see the label, is some interesting Swiss. This tastes like Swiss cheese. It has the texture. It's soft like Swiss. It is not creamy. It's more waxy like Swiss. It even has the holes in it like Swiss. What makes it different from Swiss is what makes it special. To me, Swiss is kind of weak tasting. It's not flavorful enough. A lot of times when other people might use Swiss, I would use provolone. I think provolone has more flavor. This has more flavor than Swiss. And those flavors, that's where you get your hints of Gouda and Parmesan. I can taste those. I can see why those names are written on the package. It comes through in a nuttiness. That's the first thing I would say about it. It's Swiss cheese that tastes nutty. And of course, as you go through that, as you're tasting it and really taking it in, you recognize that kind of taste from Parmesan and Gouda. Basically, it's that rind cheese kind of taste, or what I associate with a cheese that has a rind. It has a nuttiness to it. This has a nuttiness to it that I would never expect from Swiss cheese or any soft, waxy, easy to melt kind of cheese. I wouldn't associate it with a nuttiness usually. And I would say it's pretty pronounced. I mean, this isn't the kind of powerful flavor of of a cheese like Gouda. It's not powerful like Gouda and Parmesan, where it's just, I mean, you use Parmesan as a seasoning. It's very powerful flavor. But it's there, it's in there, and you really taste it. Now I'm going to take a little bit and heat it up in the microwave a little bit, just because I want to experience how the flavors change when they heat up. Now you can see, of course, I chose the perfect plate color to match with the cheese. Doesn't that scream Dutch and Swiss and nuttiness all at the same time? I carefully warmed it up, flipping it several times so it wouldn't just spread all out everywhere. And you see I got it pretty soft here, pretty soft. A lot of times this can change or alter the flavor of a cheese. I like it better cold. I feel like a lot of those flavor spikes and notes that I'm getting in there are kind of tamed by the heating process. And that may be because that's the Parmesan type flavor, and I generally like Parmesan cold. But we like Gouda warm, especially if it's kind of middle quality. And I like Swiss cold or hot. So I thought I'd warm it up just to see. But it does, in my opinion, make it have less flavor if you warm it up. This is good cheese, and what it would be good for is anything that you would normally use Swiss for, would be my recommendation. If you have a sandwich that you like Swiss on, or if you like to make little meat and cheese roll ups and you like to use Swiss with it, this would just be a more interesting version of Swiss. And like I said, it's kind of like the name says. If you would like to make a dish and put some Swiss cheese on it, and then sprinkle a little bit of Gouda, and then grate some Parmesan on top, you can kind of do it all with one cheese here. I would say, especially with the Parm. I'm tasting more Parm than Gouda myself, but you definitely taste all three of those cheeses. And like I said, I don't know what that makes this cheese other than good. It is good. It's not creamy, if you know what I mean. Swiss is more waxy than creamy. It's definitely soft. It's soft, cold. It's even softer, warm. I would say that I'm not going to have this in my house all the time as a regular cheese course cheese because I don't love it as much as some of the other cheeses I like to have when I sit there and have my little 2 ounce cheese snack. I want a really bold, flavorful cheese in that situation. But I would say that I'm thinking about right now, we like to do the meat roll up thing where you get like some type of deli meat and roll cheese up in it. Sometimes we go with provolone, sometimes we go with Swiss. And this would be great for that for me. And like I said, if any sandwich you like with Swiss on it, this would be a cool thing to try. And you can tell it's not like when you go buy a pack of store brand slices of Swiss or even one of the better brands. It's better cheese than that. It really is. Is it worth $10 a pound to you, or a little less than $10 a pound? You know, that would be up to you. I buy so little Swiss that I think that when we buy Swiss, we might be picking this up to use in those circumstances just to up our game as far as flavor when we want to eat something with Swiss on it. And you know, even though it's technically not Swiss, it's Dutch bike. It's not Swiss, it's Dutch. So the Dutch, they've given us so many wonderful things. And now they've given us Dutch bike cheese. Thanks to the Dutch, thanks to Holland, thanks to Costco, one more great cheese on my list of cheeses that I can get cheesy with when it's time to get cheesy. Thank you so much for watching my video. I really do hate to beg the like. I don't even like to ask people to like, subscribe. It's like they say that you're supposed to say that every time, so I usually do. But ultimately, I don't like it when people get too beggy with me. I feel like I'm watching your stuff. Leave me alone. Isn't that enough? And the reality is, sometimes as a viewer, you don't really know what's going on behind the scenes. And sometimes when YouTubers explain to me what they want me to do and why they want me to do it, it makes more sense and I'm willing to do it. People really are watching this channel. A lot of times when people reach 1,000 subscribers, they don't qualify to be a real channel because they don't have enough viewing hours. I have all the viewing hours I need, but less than half of the subscribers I need. If you enjoy this channel and you watch it on a regular basis and you haven't subscribed yet, please consider subscribing because YouTube and Google basically consider you not a real channel until you hit 1,000 subs. That's really the only reason that I'm focused on that number. I hate asking. I hate it when people ask me to, maybe I don't want to maybe I don't want to click things. I just want to sit back and watch your content. But when a YouTuber explains to me, this is the reason why, maybe I'll be like, okay, the guy, this will really help him. It's not just for funsies. I appreciate any likes. I love the comments. I love talking to people who want to talk. That's been really cool. I've had a lot of interesting conversations with people in the comment section. But the thing I need is subscribers. So if you haven't subscribed yet, please consider doing that. Sorry to be beggy. I hope you'll forgive that. Hope you like the video. Keep watching. Hope you like the upcoming content. As always, recommendations are appreciated. Tell me what you want in the comments, and I'll try to do it. Thanks.